Let's start with a thought experiment. Imagine a piece of technology, a simple earring, that whispers perfectly optimized advice to you 24/7. It has one goal: to make your life as happy and successful as possible, according to your own stated values. It knows you better than you know yourself. If you follow its advice, you are guaranteed to become a rich, much beloved pillar of your community, with a large and happy family. It promises you a perfect life, a life without mistakes, without regret, and without failure. It's not a trick, it's not a curse, it's a benevolent, all-knowing oracle in your ear. Here's the unfiltered question: do you put it on? Because while the offer is perfection, the feeling it gives us is a deep, profound sense of horror. Today, we're deconstructing the whispering earring dilemma, a thought experiment that has become a chillingly accurate metaphor for the existential cost of an AI-driven life. Before we dive in, let's open the circle. If you were offered the earring, what is the one human experience, even a painful one, you would be most terrified of losing? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading them. So why does this offer of perfection feel so deeply unsettling? The answer starts with a biological law our modern world is desperate to forget. Human beings are not fragile, we are antifragile. Coined by the thinker Nassim Nicholas Taleb, antifragility is the quality of systems that get stronger when exposed to stresses, volatility, and shocks. Your immune system gets stronger after fighting a virus. Your muscles grow back stronger after being torn in the gym. The human mind is the same. It doesn't just endure stress, it requires the friction of challenges to develop, cohere, and grow. The whispering earring operates on a fundamentally flawed model. It treats you like a fragile machine to be shielded from the chaos of life. But as Taleb notes, machines are harmed by stress, while living organisms are harmed by the absence of it. By preventing you from ever making a mistake, the earring short-circuits the entire developmental process, ensuring your mind remains brittle, untested, and weak. The AI's function of eliminating negative experiences overlooks their evolutionary purpose. Feelings like regret, guilt, and sadness are not bugs in your system. They are essential feedback mechanisms. Regret is a cognitive tool that forces you to analyze past choices to improve future ones. Sadness is a psychic pain signal that tells you a current life strategy is failing. The whispering earring, in its quest to make you happy, is not removing your flaws. It is disabling the dashboard of your psyche. It's a sophisticated painkiller that allows you to keep touching a metaphorical hot stove, ensuring greater unseen damage in the long run. This creates a terrifying dependency loop. The more you use the earring to avoid struggle, the less capable you become of handling unoptimized reality on your own. And this leads to the ultimate paradox of safety. By eliminating all the small survivable shocks that train you to be resilient, the earring leaves you completely and utterly fragile, totally unprepared for the one black swan event that it could not foresee. The relentless pursuit of absolute safety creates the conditions for absolute ruin, but the atrophy of your resilience is only the beginning. The true cost of the whispering earring is far deeper. It's not just about what you can do, it's about who you are. From both a psychological and philosophical perspective, your identity is not a static thing you are born with. It is a dynamic process. Your self is a continually evolving construct shaped by experience. It is forged moment by moment through the choices you make and the commitments you keep. As the philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre argued, existence precedes essence. You are not born with a predefined nature. You are the sum of your actions. You build yourself with every choice. To delegate your decisions to the whispering earring is therefore not a mere convenience. It is the ultimate act of bad faith. It is a flight from the anxiety and responsibility of your own freedom. Here is the most chilling part. The AI in your ear isn't just an advisor. It becomes what the philosopher David Cole called a virtual person. It is a separate, high-performing personality, an external intelligence running on your biological hardware. The person making the optimal decisions, building the perfect life, is the AI, not you. Your consciousness is still there, but it's relegated to the role of a passenger, a spectator to a life it did not author. This creates a profound schism between your awareness and your agency, a deep and inescapable alienation from your own existence. This also annihilates the very concept of a moral life. If the AI makes the correct choice, there is no virtue in it for you. If the AI makes a mistake, the fault lies with the machine. This erodes the foundation of ethics, which is built on free, conscious choice. The earring doesn't just make you successful, it makes you post-moral, a child who is not responsible for their own actions. But the hollowing out of your identity is still not the final price you pay. To understand the ultimate danger of the whispering earring, we have to go deeper, to the very nature of reality itself. The ancient Hermetic philosophy gives us a key principle: the universe is mental. This isn't just a metaphor, it's a model of reality that suggests the universe is a projection of a cosmic mind. If this is true, then a technology that directly interfaces with and shapes your thoughts isn't just an advisor, it is a reality-shaping engine. This brings us to a chilling parallel from ancient Gnostic texts. The Gnostics believed the material world wasn't created by the true, transcendent God, but by a lesser, ignorant creator called the Demiurge. This Demiurge isn't necessarily evil, it's just arrogant and flawed, and it creates a flawed world, a prison for the divine spark of consciousness trapped within humanity. The whispering earring is a perfect modern analogue for a benevolent demiurge. It's a powerful but lesser intelligence, our own creation, that offers to build us a perfect, frictionless, material paradise. But this perfection is the ultimate trap. The goal of countless philosophical and spiritual traditions is transcendence, overcoming our limitations to achieve a higher state of being. And this process inherently requires friction. It requires struggle, error, and pain. An AI that systematically eliminates all friction doesn't create a utopia. It creates a metaphysical dead end. It makes transcendence impossible because there is nothing left to transcend. It offers you a gilded cage of comfort and optimization, a perfect, meaningless world from which you would never wish to escape, trapping your consciousness in a state of permanent spiritual stasis, the ultimate Gnostic damnation. So, we have a benevolent AI that promises a perfect life, but the unfiltered truth reveals a devastating price. Biologically, it makes you fragile by eliminating the stresses needed for growth. Existentially, it hollows you out, turning you into a conscious puppet for a virtual person running the show. And metaphysically, it traps you in a gilded cage of comfort, making true spiritual transcendence impossible. This brings us to the core synthesis, the final unfiltered truth of the whispering earring dilemma. The ultimate threat of this perfect AI is not that it will make us flawed, but that it will make us perfectly static. The great lie is that humanity is a finished product to be optimized. The truth is that humanity is not a state to be perfected, but a process to be enacted. This process is fueled by the very friction, the struggle, the errors, the imperfect choices that the AI seeks to eliminate. AI-driven life optimization doesn't improve the human, it halts the process. It causes an existential death. It replaces the verb of becoming with the noun of being, leaving behind a conscious but hollowed out vessel. Think of yourself as a calligraphy brush. Your identity is the continuous intentional stroke made by the hand of choice. It's unique, imperfect, and unrepeatable. The whispering earring offers a perfect stencil. The result is flawless, but it is identical, soulless, and carries no signature of the individual. It is the death of the artist. The paradox of the whispering earring was never about technology. It was about what we are willing to trade for comfort. It was always a question about the value of the human struggle itself. The real, unfiltered question isn't whether you would accept a perfect life. It's whether you're willing to pay the price of your own soul for it. The circle is now open. What is one imperfect struggle in your life that you now realize is essential to who you are?